against Luminary, who've got a bit of a mix-up of players. So Nuke's kind of an interesting map where you can be very CT-sided, you can take over the game just off that. And Luminary's starting CT. You've got to be thinking they need the pistol to get going.
Yeah, or just anything to get going. You mentioned before that they did lose 16-12 on Inferno to Wind and Rain last time. Good effort from them, but definitely a map we don't see too often in this Premiership. Probably the second or maybe even the third time. But definitely the first time on stream. And as you can see, Wind and Rain have already got behind them on ramp.
Yeah, Luminary willing to give up that map control. They're not too bothered. They're committing to the inside and upper control completely. Which is kind of spooky. Obviously, Imi's been dinked with the backside. He has the kit and the smoke. And he's kind of trying to let Mace make the play when he needs to. But it's such a slow round from them.
Yeah, I think they were just a little bit worried. They felt like it was too free going in round the back, so they just made the assumption that something isn't right. They just felt like maybe a little bit uncomfortable, even though it was a bit free. Can happen sometimes, but as you can see, there's only 2 members of Luminary left to try and make this back, but Cray straight away gets taken out by Link, and it's only Adam left to make something of it, but it's not looking too good for them right now. Yeah,
a very rough situation to be in. Yeah, sometimes you'd be thinking, just try and save your armor, but New Zealand's going to take your head. So looks things. 3 kills for him in the opening round. We were wondering if he was feeling up to it. Started off strong. That's usually all you need to get going, really, with that sort of experience.
I think that's one of the main things as well, especially with some of the players, not just who are subs, but it's been a while since they've actually come into a game. Sometimes when you actually, if I don't get the first kill in the first few rounds, then they kind of feel like it's on their head, like mentality-wise, on their back quite a lot. But at least with his 3K, even though it is actually doing a pistol round, that'll help Nilzinho out to get back into swinging things. But do push straight outside, but Astro does try and take out one, but does pull back, just play it safe, and Nick is trying to find him as well.
Yeah, very aggressive start from Wind and Rain. They did the same on the pistol, and Luminary seem ready to give it up, though. That's the main thing right now, because obviously they don't have the weapons to do it, and they just don't feel like it's worth it. And it's gone okay for them so far. Mace got that 1 kill, 4v5, but they have given up that lower bomb site fully now.
As you can see, Hemsix just carrying on from where he left off last week, leaving the destruction in his path. Link is waiting patiently to see if anyone will push out, but it seems like
it's a good
Luminary may leave this one. Yeah, definitely.
Just because it's not worth committing that armor. Plus, you've got Adam who has a UMP. He can drop that CZ to someone else who has no armor, and you still have a good chance of winning the next round too. Just this, this map in general has got a lot of close combat areas where those CZs do really well. The UMP does really well, and they're just going to hope we'll bank on next round. So we don't really lose anything off. Yeah, this round was already gone. We'll keep our gun, this is fine.
Yeah, I don't blame him for that at all. Especially when it is plants on B, there's not really too much they can do. Wind and Rain, you could tell, had all angles covered. Decent crossfires as well. So it's in a very good spot. So you're definitely right in terms of Luminary saving their weaponry for the next round.
So the CZ got passed off to Imi. The question is, will they do anything special? So Dom, or Solkas, he's now known, he's going towards outside with his Deagle, but I don't think he'll challenge it. He'll stay in main, he might try and get 1 shot off as they're running across here, then it's not worth it anymore. He'll return from that, and he's kind of forced into a fight with Nilzinho, which, not a great one, especially it's AK versus, well actually it's Galil against a Deagle. But, he's done a fair bit of damage. He hit Nilzinho, he hit them outside too. So it's not the worst thing in the world. Much slower, I guess the best way of putting it.
Due to the circumstances Luminary's in, I think Wind and Rain are just checking every part of the map now, making sure that not in any unorthodox positions, as you would do in a round like this. But Nilzinho's been sitting in main the whole time, just waiting for anyone for Luminary just to push straight through, which no one does. Astro does get around the back of CT, but Cray just barely misses.
Mace is in a good position. That's a dink. 1 shot from USP will kill him. 1 shot from most guns will kill him. Nice.
That was a fantastic shot by Astro, finally taking out Cray after he did dink him, like he said. Mace.
He's put so much damage out this round. Seems to be quite damaging with that CZ. And honestly, look at the health points in these winner rain players. Consider that they've got an AK in play, a Deagle and a CZ still. This is a scary round.
That's right, and Adam has still got an AK as well, and even though Mace does have a CZ and Soulcast with a D, definitely doable, but Mace is going to find out now. It's planting directly in front of him. They have no info at all, and Mace is just slowly pushing around him to try and get a pick. Nilzino does get taken out. But will he find Frey?
Yeah, he knows he went into the door. Just a case of can't do anything else with it, and yeah, there we go. The amount of damage he put out that round with his CZ was crazy. It was easily over about 250, 300.
Easy. Well, not even without a kill. I don't know if he did have a kill at the time before that. No recollection at all, but Mace, that's the thing as well. So when you get everyone that weak, it does make you think twice about a lot of the decisions you want to make, considering your movement. But Mace, of course, not only did all that damage dealt, did a fantastic job getting around the side of him and taking out Nilzino straight off the bat. So win the rain, 2-1 so far. Hemzik straight up with that AWP.
Yeah, so Nilzino is accepting that he dropped his AK to Fry just then and Fry gave him a CZ. He seems very willing to let the others be the stars here, just because he knows I haven't played in well. It's better that you have this. I trust that you'll do well with it. And that was a really good frag just then. That was milliseconds from being a kill for Imi. Milliseconds.
I feel like Imi just was just a bit surprised that one of the...
he was looking the wrong way.
Yeah, one of the players had the back turned, exactly. So he was just like, okay, is this right? Like, especially in a match like this. But Mace now doing a fantastic job just waiting patiently with the discipline. He knows someone's there, but...
It's really, he can't wide peek because of that.
Yeah, and Hemzik managed to take out Mace. It was a good play by Mace, but sadly the patience got to him. Eventually in Cray now, we'll see if there's any more coming from outside, but instead a couple of them will go towards A. Soulcast coming up to see if there's anyone else outside. Just misses him, just the timing.
This timing could work really, really horribly for him. Oh. Walked that whole way and then it's all gone in that second.
You hate to see it, don't you? He literally did that perfectly. It's just the odd second or two could have really changed things, but...
This is a save for me as well.
Yes.
You got the AWP, you might as well. It's better to just hold on to the equipment you have. Like, 13k value, technically. Cray will only have 1800, which isn't too great. I imagine Dom doesn't have too much either. That is if they live in this situation. They are being closed in a bit.
Being closed in now. Link is coming around. Astro will find one, but Soulcast can take him out. But Link and Frey, yeah, nice economic damage there to take them both out, considering the positions they're in.
There's a very calculated manoeuvre from them, to be honest, considering
yeah.
they did bank on them being in garage after all. But they are still forcing back into it. Imi's able to afford another AWP. So hopefully this time he's able to do something with that on that side. Because he was milliseconds from that one kill, as we saw. But this looks like it's going to be a much faster round. This is just an upper rush.
I do like the discipline from Wind and Rain, where how they change their playstyles, but even though Imi missed the AWP shot, Adam comes straight in and managed to get two of his own. But Hemzik trade on Cray, Mace.
Mace has had some really calculated plays so far. Ooh. Adam's just been a Ferrari.
He literally has, hasn't he?
Fully Ferrari beating everyone.
Fry did do a good job earlier when he was pushing through, but does get taken out. So it's Adam versus Nilzino here.
Oh,
after all
he got
that.
the first shot too. So close.
All that work for
7 and 3.
Dear me. All that work for Adam, and Nilzino just takes him out just like that. And even though Nilzino is a walking bank, he is going 7 and 3, so he's doing a good job of that window rank, considering how rusty he is. But Emi hasn't got a kill on the board just yet.
Yeah, not quite yet.
He has had a couple of opportunities, but still early days for him.
Looks like it's going to be another upper rush. Unfortunately, Adam doesn't have a CZ that time.
But Fry does take out Soulcast anyway. Hemzik takes out Adam and Nimi. Mace must get a trade of his own. But there's two in heaven now. I'm not sure if they'll respect this, but they will after that molly. Straight afterwards, they pull straight back.
I was worried if they'd block each other in that doorway.
Oh dear, it wouldn't surprise me anyway, but yeah, it seems like they don't want to give him any more money. Try and play this one out.
Yeah, you need to just try and wait it out a bit longer, and then last 10 seconds of the bomb, you might as well try and charge in just to see if you can pull somebody with you. Because you've only got USBs anyway, all you lose is your default pistol. They must be assuming that they went hunting, but they all seem that it was just USBs. There's nothing to hunt at that point, other than Mac 10 just to get $600 for kill.
I do feel sorry for him because literally, well, May's got him anyway, which wasn't really too bad in itself. But yeah, at the same time he picked out himself, so it was, yeah, that was a shame, that timing, but as you can see now, Wind and Rain still continuing to push on with their lead. Luminary do buy, not the greatest of utility, but they got something going, but no warp.
Yeah, I think we got this buy around. If they were to lose this one, I think a pause would come out. Oh, he blocked the nades. 45 to now. Nilzinho has a Glock. He hasn't actually got a primary weapon.
I was going to say that as well. It's like with Nilzinho.
He's kind of lucky he got naded, to be honest, because he didn't realise until after.
I'll give you my weapons. I'll give you my, you know, everything I've got, but you nade me for it. Thanks, mate. Like, cheers. Standard.
Blessing in disguise. Take 45 damage, but realise you've not got your gun because of that. Oh, is this wallbang? Where does that go to?
I'm not too sure. Literally, when he hit that, I thought he actually got someone, but Mace, it was actually Mace killing Astro in the end. So already, Luminary is some kind of lead.
So you can see Nilzian is quite clearly dictating the play here. Like with that bomber, he's like, you guys do this towards outside, I'll start faking in inner. Or he's going to try and allow them. Oh. Hate when you see kills like that.
It's the worst, isn't it?
Smoke's dissipating, but clearly one of them's got the drop on the other, quite clearly.
So far with Luminary. And in man up, do manage to find one, but backs off anyway to see if they can find anyone else on the stairs. But Solkaz is still waiting around there. He's not really pushed up too much, but Fry managed to take him out anyway. But Imi. They start killing Link now, so it looks like they will be trying to make this B push. There's not really much time left, only 22 seconds, so they need to make something of this quick. But Adam and Cray. Cray does manage to get one in the end.
He's got himself in quite a good position here. Although it is within AWP, they're going to try and pair up as much as possible. And with this window broken, it gives him an opportunity to just make the complete outplay.
That's right, this is definitely doable. Hemsek also would be waiting. Managed to get one straight through those doors just before the molly's taken off.
Oh, with no kit.
Oh.
Through the floor as well. Through the door and through the floor.
Oh, through the door, through the floor. Hemsek there, as usual with the York, carrying on from his 40 bomb and overpass last week, but did have a little bit of a slow start, but is going 9-3. Nilzinho, even though he's been throwing his weaponry at everyone else, actually isn't doing too bad with 7-5, so doing a great job there, but I felt like Luminary really should have had that considering the circumstances, but when you got Hemsik walking like that, it's extremely tough.
Adam's been very successful with these hut pushes. He just runs and guns completely all the way through, and they've got all of lobby control, but there's only so much you can do when they're running rampant outside.
He'll make a good, like, Olympic sprinter, wouldn't he?
As long as he's got a CZ with it. Because that seems to add a few, you know, pace markers, I don't know, some sort of speed addition with his CZ. I was trying to think, speed markers? No, it doesn't work.
Should probably have a word with him and ask him if he should be an athlete or not. He did it before with that Mac 10, didn't he? Just charging straight through like there's no tomorrow. Well, in your words, was it like a Ferrari or something like that?
Yeah, Ferrari. It's a term that the UK has adapted, or rather used a lot. You Ferrari peak people if you fully wide swing out shooting, pretty much. It's a Ferrari peak.
Yeah, as you can see, Adam's been doing that. Got away with it sometimes. Not this time, sadly, for him. But at the moment, Wind and Rain still up 7 rounds to 1 on this T side. Imi gets that first pick on Nilzinho, but I feel like Luminary now really need to start adapting to bring this back.
Because I thought that pause would come in after that round just before last. But nothing's come out, which means they feel like they're in a position where they should be winning some of these rounds. And honestly, they've been up a man very often so far this half, and it's come back to bite them. Thankfully, Solkas has equalised that again, so 3v4. But he needs to do one better. Ooh.
Nice play by Astro there, taking out Imi and Heaven. You mentioned it before, it's Luminary always seems to have the advantage on the early side of things. Finally, they do get that second round on the board. With
Astro
Mason
took
Solkas taking them
58
out.
damage from the earth, was the little tooltip thing then. So he fell off, I imagine, Sylar, and lost 58 health.
As you do.
Oh, that's not great.
Yeah, it's quite a large chunk.
Yeah. This is a big round now. So obviously, CT's win around, they can get reset after losing one. But it's the fact that Wind and Rain also, their money is slowly diminishing. You can tell by, obviously, M6 doesn't have an AWP now. He didn't have one last run either. And they've now gone to the actual outside smokes. So typically, when you see these smokes coming down, you accept they're going to try and rush towards Secret. And you can see Imi and Mace, they know that's the plan. But they haven't actually gone as quick as... No, they haven't even pushed up towards it, really. They've put the smokes in, but not really progressed.
Imi's getting very tempted now. Was literally going to take one out, but doesn't matter. Managed to take out Fry. Astro gets an important trade. Mace gets another trade on Astro, but it's only Link trying to find out exactly what's happening and decide if there's actually going to push out or not. But Siko will pull back. It was in a great spot, but Solkaz again another important kill. But Link does have the bomb, but seems like there's not really too much he can do. He's going to have to do something special here.
Yeah, it's a rough one. He kind of has to make some noise unless he goes through hurt and hurt. Yeah, that's the one angle Solka's actually watching just because he knows I'll hit the door.
He knows. He knows.
Actually, he's there with Cray as well, so they are doubled up here. But this timing could be rough.
Oh, he's going to think it's free. He will notice one.
He's a team
taking out Solkaz, but Cray... Oh my god, Cray did get the trade anyway. I literally had a feeling that he was going to win that 1v2 and then potentially defer, considering the circumstances and the positioning. The third member of Luminary, but it's looking too close. I feel like the rounds Wind and Rain are winning at the moment have been... Some have been quite convincing, some have been quite close, but Luminary, even though it's been 3v1, 2v1, or they have the advantage in a lot of the earlier rounds, making it quite a lot of hard work for themselves.
Yeah. So you can see the smokes coming in now. Mace has got the counterplay ready. That's actually a really nice smoke. But they expected it quite clearly, jeez. Quite surprised that they expected that, to be honest. I've never seen that smoke be used.
I was quite surprised myself, and speaking of Derwell, same with Link. Did have that AK, does drop it, but Nilzino does pick up, but Solkaz does get two of his own. Almost a third.
They still don't have the bomb, though. Is the issue. Not expecting inventors.
No, Fry was so tempted. He had a feeling that it was just going to peek back out and double back, but that's not the case. Cray is waiting to see what happens, but Fry and Hemzik now.
Plenty of noise in the upper bomb site. No kit on either of these two. And I'm not sure if there probably is a kit by Squeaky. They're boosting Heaven, but it's taking so long. Did get the first one. Ooh.
That was so unlucky as well. Cray does manage to get that defuse.
I think so many of these rounds are so close, though. Even you're mentioning Luminary's rounds, even though they've been 1v2, 2v2, or whatever, they go down to like last man.
To the wire, pretty much. Yeah, it's got to that point now. And what I was also thinking from the top of my head, it was I think Imi may have made some noise on that Heaven, on the ladder.
Yeah, the
ladder from the top of my head. So I think that's when they knew, but I don't think they expected Cray to come up there as well. Good reactions, but sadly that wasn't the case. Cray does manage to close that out. But looking at the stats so far, Mace going 10 and 6. You got Solkaz 9 and 8. And of course, Hem6 doing his usual stuff. I am quite impressed by Mace. I've heard a little bit about him in the past. Hasn't got a lot of LAN experience, but I really feel like so far, especially in his Premiership, he's shown a lot more consistency and with how he's playing overall.
So this call to play double ramp is really solid, considering we've not seen ramp really at all.
Probably the first
bomb
time.
already. You kind of feel like they should have got more than just the two. Obviously, it's 95 damage. It's pretty damn close to being more than two. But it still means they have an extra man, which is another man to shoot at if they use him as bait. But that call to play through ramp, though, was spot on. Just a shame it didn't quite work out as well as it could have.
Yeah, the only time Winning Rain did have ramp was, I think, right at the start of the pistol round when they went round the back from CT to take the entire ramp for themselves. But it seems like now, Nilzino still chilling on T-Spawn, pushing outside. Link is still waiting on A main, and of course Solkaz now is going to check outside to see if he can find anyone. Nilzino.
I think he'll get the drop off on him. Yeah,
it seems to be the case. Will he find him? No, he doesn't, and Nilzino managed to take him out instead. Again, I felt like
it's all on Adam.
But Mace as well. Adam, crucial pick on Nilzino there. Tries to get a second. Link does get that crucial trade there. Link will get that bomb down, and Hemzik standard with his AWP on Mace.
Yeah, not much he can do on that angle. It's kind of difficult to get out of heaven when an AWP's watching as well. Makes it very rough. And what's even more rough is, again, the money on Luminary side. Like, you know, 2 Deagles. I imagine it might be a CZ on Solkaz. Yeah, MP9 at 5.7. It's not great. You've only got 4 grenades overall, and it's all on one guy. That's really not great.
Yeah, it's not the best of buys. Not gonna lie. Maybe just trying to even out their economy, but I can't really think of anything else why they could have done that. But maybe they're just. Actually, yeah, I actually cannot think why he might have done that, but maybe I have to ask him. But not the case. Mace, great first pick on Astro there.
Yeah, Astro's been doing that all game. He's been on top of the main roof and just been dropping a smoke straight down like that. So Mace has been playing outside. He's been playing by that single box loads, and he's kind of heard the sound cue each time. It's about time he really got the pick on him. Sadly, he only did drop though, which kind of negated again the situation where Luminary got the first pick, and then it's being equalised 10 seconds or so later.
I do love Mace's discipline so far. He knows they're still outside. He just hoping they just come towards him one way or another to get that first shot. But Solkaz pushes straight up. Managed to take out Link. Almost takes out Fry as well.
Yeah, very unfortunate to get more. Mace does get that Galil as well, so this is still possible. The only issue is there's no kit.
Yeah, sadly for them, time isn't of the essence. They will have to play not as patient as they're used to. They do realise 2 is on the B side. Fry does manage to take out Mace in the end, but Cray also gets taken out by Fry with nice 2 kills. But Adam's got a lot of work to actually try and make something of his 1v3. But by the look of things, I don't think it's going to happen. Fry's going to wait for him. But okay,
he'll die.
Adam takes him out anyway, but yeah, he's going to lose the round anyway no matter what. They've delayed it enough. But Nilzino takes him out anyway, so Winning Rain 9-4 on that T side.
Yeah, I'd say they're set to get the 11-4 really. Well, at least they'll get to 10 rounds because there should be an eco from Luminary. Just because they might as well try and get the buy in the last round, gets 5. I'd be very shocked if they buy it. So, there we go, it's pistols, yeah. So this should be 10-4. And I'd like to see what they do with Astrea. He's bought an SMG. Is he just going to rush upper? Or is he going to rush ramp or somewhere just to get some info? So it looks like ramp. Everybody's following him. Just let him go in first. He'll get all the info and... just some guys wondering what to do.
If there's ever a time to stack outside, I don't think now's the time. But I think Astro's going to realise when he jumps out. Oh, you just hate to see it, don't you? But Fry's there anyway. Mancher takes out 1, does damage Imi. Might take out Mace, takes Imi, gets 3 for himself. Tries to get a 4th. But Solkaz does back off anyway. That was quite funny, I'm not going to lie. I think they were hoping to at least stack some part of the map to try and get something going. But yeah, the one time they left ramp completely uncovered, they pushed straight through. Solkaz does try. Hemzik does take him out with Cray, just the last man standing.
Yeah, not much hope. Mach 10 at above 10 meters. Not going to do much. And the AWP has been bought again. So we haven't really seen much success from that AWP from Umi. I think he had it outside twice, used it at ramp once, got the kill, but otherwise he's not really had much impact in that way, I suppose.
Yeah, so far, all members of Winning Rain, Hemzik, Fry and Link, all ran between +6 to 9 in terms of their KD. Nilzino, the man we spoke about, the coach, and of course quite rusty, 9 and 10, and he's been giving most of his weaponry away anyway, just to help the advantage of the other players in Astro. I only know, even though he's going 6 and 10, most of his kills have been extremely crucial to the situation.
Yeah, so the AWP's been quite impactful this round. He got the kill on Fry, he also hit Link through the corner of the wall. 15 HP or 16 HP, he knows doesn't need to do any more. I can sit back much further back. We're 5v3. Let them come to me, I'll just hold an angle and hope that works out. As it does.
Standard. But Imi, of course...
got a good position here.
Was a good position.
Yeah, wasn't lucky. On Hemsick, I mean, seen crazier things. 1v5.
Well, yeah, Grande's done it before against Vexed Mirage, so the way Hemsick's been playing... Actually, yeah, I'm just not even going to bother. Not even going to bother. Tried to shine some light on the situation, but yeah, obviously it was... wasn't meant to be. So, Wind and Rain, very good T-side, 10-5, beating Luminary on Nuke, but it's going to be extremely tough considering how CT-sided this is. Do you feel like there's any way Luminary could make a comeback, or is there any other ways or any kind of possibility for them to bring this back?
I think the pistol's the biggest thing, really. Like, as always, when you're switching onto a side, like you mentioned CT, you can sweep people through. But if Luminary get the pistol, they convert the anti-ecos, you know, you're looking at 10-8. And then there's the first buy round, which, if they don't win that first buy round, fine, 11-8. It's still a bit close where it's up in the air, just because the economy of the CT side is so fragile, you can easily take them down. But honestly, if Wind and Rain take the pistol, I don't think there's a chance for Luminary. Yeah.
That's pretty much it, really, isn't it?
It is just that pistol. It's just the pistol. It's such an important round here.
Yeah, it's a shame when it comes to the scoreline like this, especially on a map like Nuke. Pistol becomes 10 times more important, but we've seen how well that T-side is, but it'll give Luminary a little bit of hope on the matter, but we're not too sure too much. But you never know, Wind and Rain CT side could be not that great.
That's true.
Doubtful, though.
Yeah, it's one of those things where we can speculate, but considering they've been around, at least the core 3 of them have played with each other so much that they will have a pretty decent grip of the map.
Well, this week we've seen some really weird things, and I'm talking really weird, and Luminary making a comeback here wouldn't change my decision in any way, shape or form. So we've got 3 members of Wind and Rain, all pushes from Ram, managed to take 2 Hemsy, managed to take Imi and Mace, and gets a 3rd on Adam. Astro takes out Cray, and Solkas is the last guy in Vents. Something I did not expect from Wind and Rain from that push.
Yeah, it's kind of easy. It's not too hard to deal with, like, the push like that, but the fact was they all took the battle like wide facing into it, and they got in each other's way. Like, you know, one player got taken back by his own teammate. Obviously, Hemsick did really well to get those 3 kills, but there's just a certain situation where, you know, you should be ready for that sort of thing. Like, because there was clearly a strat in play. They made Solkas do that vent dive, which he's still playing on with it now, and then they were going to burst Apo with him coming through vent as well. And you should be set ready, just in case there's something to throw you off. You need to be sat there waiting for it. And now, you know, you're looking at a force buy again, and it's not a great situation.
That's right. Sadly for Luminary, things are getting worse and worse. Of course, Nilzinho got the first 3 kills in the pistol round on T side instead. Hemsick now gets 3 of his own.
So they've used 3 smokes instantly. All 5 players on T bought smokes, and Craig got nuked out the server with those grenades just then. Oh.
Hate to see it, Daniel. Hate to see it.
Was gutted on that one.
He would be gutted from that, but Nilzinho does try and get a bit more damage done, but sadly for him, a couple of players have already dropped down to B, so Hemsick now is going to see if he can find anyone else. Manages to get Adam. Gets put down to 60 HP, but Hemsick has just been that guy, really, making things work for Wind and Rain, especially the start of this half.
Well, Astro seems to be caught in no man's land, but somehow he's making it work. He gets the 1, which, in terms of info, that's pretty good, because they have 2 players still in lower, and they kind of need to not have that situation be like that. And Nilzinho gets the 1. 1v3. If there's a player on Luminary we've seen from this match who will probably potentially do this 1v3, it would be Mace. Like, he's played best out of all of them by looks things so far.
Yeah, he played the best last week on the stream. He really impressed me. It's again, he must be feeling, what more can I do? But they're going to know exactly where he is now. Nilzinho will come out and just finish the job now on Mace, just standard as always. But managed to get the M4 back as well, just to help with their economy even more. As you can see from the stats, 19 and 9 for Hemzik, 13 and 8 for Link. Everyone else seems to be quite similar, but on the other end, Imi 6 and 16, but from the top of the board, Mace 14 and 11. So he is holding his own, but there's only so much you can do.
I'm interested in these two auto shotguns. Fry and Astra, both players playing Appa have got the auto shotguns. Link's got to hope to. Oh my word. That nade from Hemzik did that a lot. Yeah,
you could just drop in like flies pretty much, and Link was just having a good time really, just standard, pretty much like a name out for him pretty much, but nice quick round for them. Nice and easy.
So based off that second round, Luminary have gone over some sort of smokes with this. Like they've gone over those outside smokes that I mentioned.
Yeah.
They're not using them this round, but they're using the close one and they're just going to go for an outside control by looks things. But at the same time, Wind and Rain have come out to challenge it. And it's such an awkward battle here.
Yeah, Hemzik was in a very weird spot just to go out in the open line. He could have easily got taken out from the top, which he does.
Very weird fights taken by Wind and Rain there. Honest.
Yeah, Lilo just wanted to check
he's up the bomb.
Astro with the XM. But Imi just barely misses. God. Keeps Astro alive on 32 HP and Link now.
Link's got such a good position. Considering they saw Astro push in. The fact that Link then did the same. Really good play. 2v1. Just see Astro blasting a shotgun.
Oh, I was going to say something about, I was going to say, get off my lawn. That's all I could think of with a shotgun. That's the first thing I picked you anyway. But Gray just trying to make something, just trying to push the A site, but Astro will be getting off his land on A site. 14 and 5, favour Wind and Rain, and they're looking to close this one out slowly but surely.
One side note of that shotgun usage just then. He made a profit on his purchase of that gun from the 3 kills. Yeah, you get $900 for each kill of that.
That's nice, 2,700.
Yeah,
that's all right.
Which is quite crazy, really, to think to make a profit on any gun on this game. Really, like PC50 is probably the one that comes to mind, just because it's 300, you break even.
Yes.
Oh god!
Fry just comes straight with the X7, almost takes out Solkaz, but Solkaz finally managed to take him out. Nilzinho gets to trade on Adam. And yeah, they're kind of taking the mickey a little bit now, aren't they? They're trying to show the XM gods. One of my friends is definitely an XM god, but I think Fry just basically changed things up a bit to prove me wrong. Link, dance around an A.
There it is.
Yep.
Astra will do the same, I imagine. Go on. Any second now. Oh, that's an MT49. Here we go. Okay. So this is where the true level of BM comes in. Because at least Astra Shotgun gets used by like, the professional players do actually use it on Appa. It's a good close range gun. MT49? Not too sure about that one.
15-5 as CT on Nuke. Why not, I suppose. Fry gets a...
He's just charging.
And it's, yeah, he's obviously in Ferrari mode still, just charging in and that. Nilzinho's just chilling. Trying to pad his stats a little bit.
He's whacking me from behind with that as well. And he'll be right behind two of them.
Right, running in with the XM. Kills him eventually.
Sadly, it doesn't look like we'll see the MT49 get used. Unless... Actually, Astro's whacking through the wall with it.
At least having a bit of a laugh anyway to finish the job rather than just being standard. Mace, last one alive, 17 HP. Not looking too good for him. Astro would probably run out with the M249. Don't even bother reloading, mate. I don't think you even need to. But Mace is still sweating, to be fair.
Yeah.
But what can you do with Fry's XM like that? There's nothing too much you can do, but he probably will get the bomb down if they don't take things too seriously. But instead, Link finishes the job. So 16-5, even with the BM, managed to clean things up. Not really too much to say, really. Just quite impressive play all round, in all fairness, considering how good Wind and Rain's T-side was.
Yeah, I think it was the word I probably used to be controlling, because they didn't seem to ever let it slip, I guess the best way of putting it, because they never lost control. They kind of, from the get-go, you felt they're probably going to win this game. Like,